Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to hop on and talk about how to propagate pothos, which are the easiest plants to really propagate. If you're new to this kind of thing, then this will help you out in figuring out how to do it and getting better at it. So these things here, these are the nodes. Okay, so you want to go in between. Here's one, and here's one. We want to go in between these nodes and use our pruners to just cut that. So you'll have a node here and a node here. And then after that, we can go on and take these and either put them in water, or we can actually stick them in soil. To me, the soil method takes a little bit longer because you have to keep that soil nice and wet. But for me, that just creates fungus gnats in my house. So I don't do that. I'll just take a thing of water and I just put them all in there. So each one of them, I'll just cut each individual node. This one, unfortunately, doesn't have a leaf. But so I'll cut this here. But you still have to cut this nice and small. So when you go to plant it, the root will come here. And you can just plant it upside down like that. Or like that. Or like this. Well, that's going to grow upside down because the leaf, see here, the leaf goes up and out. So if you plant it like this, it'll be upside down, if that makes sense. That'll be upside down. So when you stick it in the soil, you want to make sure that the leaf part is coming up like that. So stick it in the soil like that. It's hard to see it if I do it like that, so that's why I'm doing it to the side like that. But your pot will be here of dirt. The roots will come out here, the new roots. And then you will plant it in your pot like that way. Okay? So we have another one down. I had a plant swap yesterday. And they were giving out a bunch of these. So here I am. I took some because they were going to throw them out. So I just feel like I'll just, the one of my plants that's balding, I'll just give him some babies to help him fill him out. So again, this one doesn't have a root here. I mean a leaf here or here. So I'll cut that part off. And you could use this part too, y'all. But I got so many plants until I'm not going to save this part. I'm just going to keep the parts that do have leaves, that does have leaves on it. I'm just going to keep that part because I have a ton of plants. And again, with the cut, I'm going to place it in the water like this. And then once I'm done, I'll place it in soil once I get 1 to 2 inches of soil. So roots should be sufficient enough to go ahead and plant these. In this growing season right now, this is the tip. It's kind of tricky sometimes to get this to know where to cut it at. But this one has a prominent root here. Node here. So it was generally easy to figure out where would I make my cut. So as I was saying before, this is just one of the tips and how to get these plants to just thrive. And like I said, it's the springtime now, so all of this stuff will grow pretty soon. Cut it there. We have this is a node. Again, I'm not gonna save all that because I have these plants in abundance. So I'm cutting it kind of fast here. That one. This one is I'm not gonna use this. But it could be used. You take this whole stem and you would just cut it again, just like you did it. If it did have a leaf on it, you just stick it in the soil, and it'll grow roots in the water, and it'll grow roots, and then you stick it in the soil. But I have a lot of this particular plant. This is a golden pothos, and I do have a ton of this, so I'm not going to save it. I'm not going to save all of the pieces. And this was a pretty big plant. Whoever brought this to the swap must have a really big plant because they don't cut this part off. And I'm sure the mother plant is just beautiful. This one, again, this is a tip. I think I'm going to keep this like this because this has a tip, a node here. And it might actually, I can cut it here. But I think I'm going to leave it like that because then I'll have 2 leaves in that one that produces roots on that one. So, and that'll be nice. It'll be cute when I go to stick it down in the pot. Like I said, I have another mother plant that is balding at the top, so I'm going to use this as to fill her up and make it look a little bit fuller. Again, no leaves. We're not going to save that. This one. And black is bad when it comes to plants, but this one is just dry. This one is just dry, so it's not mushy or anything, which is nice. Again, cut it here. This one this is a tip too. See, we have a new leaf coming out here. So I'm not going to cut it, because if I cut it here, it'll probably sacrifice that baby leaf there. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take this whole thing and put it in the water. Now, why couldn't I stick this whole thing in water? Well, you could, but it's going to take forever for this little node to push energy through this whole entire stem and then give you roots. It's going to take forever. And you can just cut it down like that. Now that one node only has one leaf to deal with in terms of giving it energy and pushing out roots. So that's going to work. And then again with this guy, we don't need that much stem, because more stem means more rot. So when you stick this bad boy down in the soil, all of the excess parts will just rot off anyway. And rot brings bugs. I don't like bugs on my plants or in general, so I try to keep them out of my house and out of my plants. Another one, I'm going to cut, where are we going to cut here? Okay, that might be a little bit long. I'm going to come up here and cut, because I only have one leaf on this one. And I want to, again, try to eliminate as much stem as possible. So when I go to pot them up with in my soil, it doesn't have a lot to rot. Again, cut here and here. Cut this tip off. That's dead. That's a leaf. Put those in water. Cut here. This has a node. It'll grow. Stick that there. And this is my excess. This is my excess pieces that I will not use. If you were someone that wanted to do something with these, you could. But again, I have a lot of it, so I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna discard that part. But this part is what I'm gonna save. And this has a little black on it, but it'll fall off and I'll get new leaves, which is fine. Again, with this one has some damage here, but it'll be fine. I just need the roots to grow. Once the roots grow, then it'll push out better leaves. So that's all I wanted to come on today and show you all, just how to propagate a golden pothos. Pretty soon this will give me tons and tons of roots, and then I can take them and put them in a pot. And so I'll catch you in my next video. Bye for now.